Hello, I'm Fallen and this is Automation. Today we'll be doing something, well, on the silly side. As you can see on the bottom of my list, there's well, quite peculiar pickup and utility vehicle. And we will be working on just that. I just need to clone this car and we'll be modifying it quite significantly. Because my plan is to bring it to its limits, basically. I am going to fit, well, very likely a V16 in there, and I am planning to place it on the rear end. That is in the rear bed of the pickup. And, well, we will redo this car quite completely. It was one of my first builds ever, and this one focused on a, well, Soviet-themed build. It was -15 all the way. We'll keep most of the characteristics of this car, but you can expect it to look more like a hot rod than anything like it is right now. As you can clearly see, this one is not working at all. It is built on a very old automation version, and it is basically before the rework of the engine designer. Well, to solve that, we'll be building completely new engine. As I said, I will be aiming for V16, and it will not be in the 60s, that is for sure. But first of all, we should change the suspension, and that will be double wishbone on the front and in the rear end. For the engine placement, I am not changing it, it will be front longitudinal. I tried to make it, well, mid-placed, but this body doesn't seem to support it. So, no, like you can see, nothing changes here. So we will be using, well, visual tools of the car designer, but right now we've got engine to design. And like you can see, we've got quite a lot of, well, place to work in there. I will aim to make it rear-wheel drive, so yeah, we've got some place to work with, or maybe 4x4 wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Well, that is up to discussion. Here we will need a block with a lot of power density, so very likely we'll be going with aluminum, cause, well, the aim is to bring this car to, well, to the moon, basically. Okay, in the wall overhead come 5 volts per cylinder and, well, the most expensive head material. This engine will not be much of a stroker, we are going for quite significantly higher bore, cause I am aiming to bring it to, well, low RPM basically, so we make all the power down there. Why? Because, well, lower RPM engines, V16 engines, in my opinion, well, feel and sound great. These are like plain engines basically. So my picks here are, well, taken accordingly to what I just said. The compression will be set quite high for now, might lower it. We'll see if we can fit a turbo in there, cause, well, engine bay is quite full. We won't be using it anyway, but yeah, it is what it is. Some things we cannot skip through. So for now, I am reducing the size of the turbo. Let's lower the boost too. We are going with quad turbos, quite big intercooler, that is what we need, and for the fuel system, the best we can take here. Similarly, we are going with headers, tubular race, double exhaust, and let's bypass the valves, no catalytic converter, for now no mufflers. And right off the bat we are making over 1000 horsepower, and the turbo isn't even tuned yet. Also, I haven't picked the fuel that we will be rolling with, cause the turbo I am going for is nitromethane, and I haven't done any build with that, so yeah, there will be quite a bit of work to bring it where it should be. That is quite funny to watch, I must admit. I wonder how it sounds. Okay, let's see. Okay. Just... I can't, sorry. I guess we are heading in the right direction in terms of power. Right now we are making merely 6100 of it, so yay! Also, I know I just said I want it to be quite low on the RPM, but game has a different idea, it seems, cause, well, it basically puts us into 8000 RPM and we are making now 6600 horsepower. So I've been fiddling with turbo for a while and, well, basically this happened. I don't know what happens here, what the hell is this? I think there's not much left I can squeeze out of this engine. I've been fiddling with fuel map. I guess we could go for a little bit leaner mixture, but the last thing I can change here is the boost amount, and it is where the power comes from, basically, as you can see. But, well, yeah, the engine has its limits. The pistons are on the brink of their, well, reliability, basically. So I wonder if I should go for this 7600 horsepower or lower it just a tiny little bit, so we are sure it doesn't break in a BeamNG drive. Yeah, let's go limit testing, 7600 it is. The monstrous engine is finally done, so next thing is to, well, make it fit with the car. So yeah, we'll be completely rebuilding it without removing most of the characteristic features, but expect a lot of wings, spoilers, lips and so on, and well, quite wider stance. That is what I will be aiming for. Also, I've got no idea how this engine even fits in there. As you can see, it goes through the floor into the passenger bay, and, well, it is barely fitting in there. I don't think it's safe like that. Anyway, let's move it out of the way before somebody gets hurt. Oh, not this way. Also, if you ever wonder how to move pieces like engine at will, you can put any number in there, basically. So if you add 0, the engine will fly away out of this chassis, yeah, like that. But for our purpose, we just need it on the pack here. I guess at this point we would be not a bad idea to basically swap the placement of this steering wheel to be right there, swap this around also, and just, oh, not like that, but you know what I mean, and basically drive from this side. Yeah, we painted the car golden. The interior won't be changed much, I think. It should stay like that. That's a piece of, well, memento from the previous era, but we have to move the car trim year to 2020s. Why? Well, because this body is minus 15 in quality, and it will be quite soft. I want to counter that by putting a lot of safety, advanced 2020 safety, also changing the quality here. I don't know if I will change quality of this setting, very likely, but we are changing the quality of the safety to at least 0. Also, since we are there, I guess we should lower the car to our desired height. That will be quite low, and the other parts will be changing later on. That is the tune, and let's make them bigger. These tires have to be a lot bigger. That's a tight fit if I ever seen one. Okay, moving to tuning this one, I guess we should start from the front. We'll be adding, well, quite my style, a lot of lips in there, so we'll be basically cheating. Well, I have been experimenting with front splitter, but I think a piece like that, the front lip, will be much better, at least fitting for this car. Yeah, but like I said before, I am going to cheat and place a lot of them in there. So we've got some downforce in this car. Okay, I guess I overdid it a bit, and the car is glitching. Also, if you ever cheat like that and you don't want these pieces to stick through, just make this, well, layer forward, basically. I wouldn't say this car looks good, but it certainly looks quite unique. But I guess I am saying that a lot about every single one of my builds lately, so I guess that's who I am, really. A dude that builds quite unique and silly looking cars mostly, but you have to admit I am trying to keep them quite realistic along the way anyway. So yeah, this will be not different in any way. And well, basically we are getting closer to finishing this off. There is not much I want to do. I might want to cover some pieces here and there when it comes to the engine, maybe build it over in the back. I want to cover these hanging out pieces in the trunk though. I managed to cover the hanging out tail lights basically, but not really sure how to cover this disaster of a shaft. Maybe we should leave it like that as a evidence of our ill doing. Also, I think there's a place we could place place where we could place. Well, the way for us to bring another spoiler into this car, but I don't think this is the one. Well, I would describe this one as good enough. The last piece is, I didn't forget, we need an exhaust. I wanted it to have stacks like in trucks, but it is quite impossible. It glitches out, it doesn't want to be placed properly here, like you can see. So I came up with something like this. Let's just make it a little bit longer, let it stick out, mirror it, and now I will need to place exact same one on the other side. There we go. So yeah, I guess the design is done. As I said, we didn't touch the interior, we added quite a few wings, changed the colors of this whole thing. It is now plated golden, you can say. And next thing to do is to tune it, cause right now it won't work. I can say that. We can make it all-wheel drive, so we'll be going like that. Also, the gearbox will be sequential. Will I be changing the quality up? No idea yet. We'll see what we can work with in here, what we've got here, and well, it's time to make the gearing quite sufficient for this one. It will be hard. Well, I went ahead and gave it basically drag tires. Hopefully it will give us enough grip. Very likely not, so let's crank it up to plus 15 already. Okay, these graphs are all over the place, but I haven't tuned the gearbox yet. I might want to do it on my own, so yeah, wish me luck with that. But firstly, let's change the brakes. They have to be huge. The pad type is going to be a race. Do we want even more? This graph looks quite not right, but yeah, let's go. I was getting the information that the tires blew from the pressure. That's expected, but I was wondering if I can kinda cheat again and make these tires wider so they stick much better. Let's try it out. Well, the graphs broke completely. That is not a good sign. I've got a feeling the car is not going to work anyway. So yeah. I guess I will be coming back to automation later to change these things around. Okay, according to this gearing, he would go up to 1100 kilometers per hour. Yeah, so as of now I will keep the gearing like so. I want it to be quite long, because remember, we've got insane amount of power. I don't think we will reach 800 kilometers per hour, but we will see if we will be able even to move from the spot. Right now we've got well, basically some work with the downforce. That graph is also broken, sadly. Also, we will be going without traction lights. Still, it is broken. Every graph here is broken. And we will optimize the car to be significantly lighter. The suspension has to be significantly harder too. Still, the tires seem to be blowing out, but I can't do anything about that right now. Let's export it like so into BeamNG Drive and we will see if it even works. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Space Van? Yeah, I renamed this one to be the Space Van. I guess the name is fitting. But it has some issues. As you can see, the rear is quite low. Well, when I spawned this vehicle first, I had instantly deflated all the tires, so I lowered the pressure in them. I don't know if it will help, we will see. I drove it a bit and it works, that is the good news. The other thing is, it is very loud, it is deafening. The game is at like 4% now, and it still wants to rip your ears. So yeah, anyway, let's give it a quick go. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, let's try that again, but not from the first gear, because like you can see, it dies. Feathering the throttle helps, but it still doesn't want to stick to the ground. I guess more downforce would fix it, but there would be other problem. That is the braking tires. Like you can see now, they don't pop. So yeah, this vehicle is quite insane. I want to test its top speed, because it seems like it could even go to 800 km per hour. So my gearing is not that bad. I wonder if I could make it go even faster now. 500 we can make it to? Oh, we can't, we run out of map. Space pancake we have now. Well, at least now we've got significantly more space. We can wheel it all the way into the 5th gear, like you can see. That is quite fun. Some overheating issues, but we should be able to get to 500 at very least. Spoiler, we did not. The car started turning by itself. I am afraid to use the steering wheel, because we might flip in any second. The issue here is very likely the downforce produced by well, our wings. Oh, this time we might make it to 500, there it is. But we won't go much faster, because when I upshift, it doesn't want to go any faster. Let me fiddle with the settings in BeamNG. It is quite fun to watch it wheelie, even though we are not on a drag strip, so there's not this much of a grip around here. Also, I've changed the gearing, so on the 6th and 7th, so maybe we'll be a bit faster? Guess not. Another tweak, let's see. To 500, then upshift, and I guess we lost a little bit of grip there, and that is all. Well, it is mostly due to how BeamNG works, yeah? Most cars wouldn't go that fast, and probably to make it work we would need insane amount of downforce on the front, because like you can see, our front wants to go up while our rear end goes, well, into the ground basically. And I don't think there's easy way in BeamNG Drive to well, make the force on the front higher without modding, that is. I don't want to get into that, I never did it, and well, it would take me a lot of time to learn, so yeah, we will stay with our builds mostly in line with automation. This time we are not leaning to the sides, but still we are not gaining much speed here. So I guess it could be possible to change the gearing significantly more and that way get higher top speed. But I think we should leave it off here, finish this episode, because it is getting quite long, I think, and what better way than make this car a space pancake once again. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. I hope you liked this one.